Getting back to the confirmation hearings now, I want to share with you that I'm joined by Cathryn Ricker, the Executive Vice President for the American Federation of Teachers. Thank you for joining us on set here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So the American Federation of Teachers has been against this nomination from the very beginning. So what's your objection here to Betsy DeVos?
Our concern is that Betsy DeVos has not had any history in promoting, supporting, or helping public schools whatsoever. Her entire agenda, and she has a long track record of privatizing education, of promoting the privatization of education. And what we believe we need is a strong, high-quality public school for every child. No ifs, ands, or buts. So we need someone committed to public education.
A source on the Trump team that I spoke with yesterday was praising DeVos as a disruptor, saying that is exactly the kind of person that we need right now, particularly given where the U.S. is globally when it comes to education. Is that not a good thing to have somebody that is a disruptor coming in?
We have tried disruption, and disruption wreaks chaos. And what we actually need to try is that we actually need to try supporting our public schools. We need to listen to the experts in our public schools. Those are the people who care most about our students in our public schools are the educators meeting their needs every day, and parents and families who are sending their children and trusting them to our public schools.
Former Republican candidate Jeb Bush, who has clashed with obviously the teachers unions down in Florida. Education is a policy that he is very passionate about. Has an op-ed out in USA Today this morning. I think you've seen it, and I want to share a little bit of what he wrote. He says, while America is blessed with many great teachers who are motivated by doing the right thing for students, the unfortunate reality is that their union leadership is out of touch with reality and reflexively opposed to reforms that empower parents. He writes, Betsy, meaning Betsy DeVos, obviously, has the courage to take on entrenched special interests. Why is Jeb Bush wrong here?
Well, first of all, unions, the voice for teachers, we were actually created to be the vehicle that can take on entrenched special interests. No one knows the innovative work that can happen in a classroom better than the teachers and paraprofessionals who are with students every day. And as a national board certified middle school English teacher who spent 13 years teaching middle school, I actually know classrooms like the back of my hand. I am alongside educators every day. I am a product of public schools. I taught for 13 years in public schools. I am the parent of public school students. I am the first person there that says, I have ideas for improving my local public schools. So he couldn't be more wrong.
When it comes to the confirmation hearing today, you heard my colleague Casey Hunt mention that it's possible that financial donations made by DeVos to some members of even the committee that she is facing questions from today could come into play. I will tell you that I've heard from other folks on the teachers unions have obviously donated to members of Congress before, and that it's kind of a wash, not that big of a deal. Do you see that playing into the hearing today?
I absolutely see that it's going to play in, and I think it goes beyond that. In that, while there's certainly going to be questions she has to answer. There are also going to be questions she has to answer about what that money promoted. That money promoted a privatized education system instead of promoting and supporting a public education system.
She seems like she has the numbers, though, to get through. So what do you ultimately hope to accomplish? Is this more about sending a message than actually stopping her nomination?
I think we have to lift up the message that public schools are worth defending, they're worth supporting. Title IX is worth supporting on our college campuses, that our LGBTQ students are worth protecting in all of their spaces. These are issues that we have to absolutely make sure that any nominee, and certainly Betsy DeVos with her track record, is accountable to.
Cathryn Ricker, thank you very much from the American
Thanks
Federation
for having me today.
For being here.